Aditya, and so today we'll be kind of going over the basics of Tinkercad, and at the end of it, you'll be able to make your own keychain or name tag that you'll be able to print out and then hang on your backpack or on your fridge. So I'm just going to start recording, so just letting you guys know. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so can you guys see the slides? Yes. Okay. So first, what is 3D modeling, right? So thank you. So 3D modeling is the process of using computer software to make a digital model of an object, and it's used for all kinds of things. It's used for things like video games, movies, art, and engineering. And people specifically people have used it to make prosthetics before. So it's a cool new technology that's coming up. So we'll be using Tinkercad, and it's a really easy 3D design software, and it's completely online. So, okay. So if everybody could, okay, one second. Screen, entire screen. Okay. So if we could all go to Tinkercad.com. So here's the link. I will put that in the chat. Okay. I just put the link in the chat, and you should be in a screen that looks like this. So from here, you're going to click Join Now. It's this button on the top right-hand corner. And then we're going to click Students Join a Class. So it's going to ask you for a class code, and your class code is over here, and I'm going to put that in the chat as well. So there's your class code. So once you enter in the class code, you're going to click Join with Nickname. And your nickname is going to be your first name in lowercase letters. So mine would just be Aditya, like that. Then you're going to click Join, that's me. So, okay, I will give you guys a couple minutes. On Zoom, I think there's a way to put a thumbs up or something. So once you guys have signed in, can you give me a thumbs up so I can see? Nice, nice, thank you. Nice job, Patrick. Nice, Serena. Vienna, nice. Nice, okay. Okay, so we got a couple people. Is anybody having trouble? Everyone good? Okay. Throughout this whole thing, if I'm going too fast or you need help with something, please put it in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself to ask. That works too, whichever you're comfortable with. Okay. So I'm just going to sign in with my account real quick. So the cool thing about this is that after this class, you will still be able to sign in and use your account like this. Or if you prefer, you can make your own account. Okay. So we should be in a, yes.
After you put in your nickname, do you click that's me?
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So so you should be in a screen that looks like this, except without all of this stuff. Without all of this. Because these are the models that you'll be making today. Not all of them. Okay. So you're going to click Create New Design. And it will bring you to a screen that looks like this. Very good. Okay. Maggie. Okay, so if you have your own account already, then you don't need to worry about the classroom. You can just click Create New Design. Is that what you were asking? Not letting me enter username. Okay, let's do this. Ready?
It's not letting you type lowercase.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to tinkercad.com, right? And we're going to click join now. Don't click sign in. It's the white button that says join now. And then students join a class. And you're going to put in your class code. That is in the chat. You're going to click go to.
And you can copy and paste the chat in the chat.
Again? Yeah, sure. No problem. Okay. So I just put the code back in the chat. So you're going to type that in. Then, yeah, exactly. Patrick, yep, you can copy paste it. So once you put that in, you're going to click go to my class. And it should say for the PL, so public library, Tinkercad classes. And then you're going to click join with nickname. And your nickname is going to be your first name in lowercase initials. So let me get to page website. Okay. Okay, NG, nice. Okay. Sorry, what's your name on Zoom? It just says NG. I can't hear you. Yeah, I don't think you're joined to the audio, so when you're talking, I can't hear you.
We're in the same room, so you could just speak through my microphone.
It worked. I got it to work now. I had to like reload the
Okay. Okay. Is everybody good, or is anybody still having trouble?
I'm good.
Okay. Cool. Nice. Okay. So I should be in a screen that looks like this. So first, we have to learn how to maneuver around it, right? Because if we're trying to build our whole model, just looking at it like this, it's not going to help. We have to be able to look at it from different angles. We have to be able to move it around. So let's learn how to do that. Now, is anybody on their iPad or something, or does everybody have a mouse?
I have a mouse. I'm on the computer.
I have a mouse.
Okay, great. That helps. Okay. So now on your mouse, if you so you have your left button and right button, right? So if you hold down on the right mouse button and then click and drag, your screen will do something like this. And this is called orbiting. And orbiting is just like trying to spin it around, trying to get a different angle. So that is very useful. I'm on Chromebook, but I can use the screen. Yeah, I was asking to make sure that everybody does have a mouse. It's much better to do this with a mouse. Yeah. Okay. Great. So another way you can do this is on the top left-hand corner of the screen, there's a cube that if you click and drag it, you'll also be able to orbit around. Okay. So once you can orbit, we also have to learn how to pan. Sorry. Okay. So this is like it's like clicking and dragging, kind of. It's like physically moving something around. So if you on your mouse, your scroll wheel is actually a button. If you didn't know that. So if you press down on the scroll wheel and then click and drag, it will do this, and this is called panning. So as a review, you can orbit using the right button on your mouse, and you can pan by using the middle mouse button, or the scroll wheel. That's what it's called, the middle mouse button. Finally, you can zoom in and zoom out by just scrolling on the scroll wheel, or you can press the plus and minus buttons on the left side of the screen. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is for a couple of minutes, try going like this. Try getting comfortable with looking at the looking at your plane from different angles. So this blue thing is called a work plane. So try looking at the work plane from different angles. Try looking at it from the bottom, and try moving it around. Okay. Let me know if you have questions or you get stuck. It won't let me go up and down. Okay, so when you, what do you mean by up and down? Because up and down like this, so this is like rotating like this. No, you mean like this? Yes, okay. So what you're going, that is odd. Okay, so your scroll wheel, if you press down on it and you go like this, it should be able to go side to side and up and down. You're not actually scrolling on the scroll wheel. You're just holding it down like it's a normal button and then just moving your mouse. And it should go like this.
This is how my mouse looks like.
1 second. It's not sure. Sorry, 1 second. Technical issues. Why can't I see anybody? 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. Why can't I see anybody? Oh, your mouse is like that. Okay. Okay. Well, here's an idea. What you can do is, okay. So what you can do if you have that kind of a mouse, you can hold down on the shift key and then use your right mouse button. So you hold down on the shift key and then use the right mouse button, you'll be able to do this panning thing too.
I can do it now.
You can do it? Cool. Okay. Is anybody stuck? Or are you guys good? Oh, there it is. Now it shows up. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to make a box. Now, okay, the box is simple, but it's a really good way of learning the basics, and that way we'll be able to make some more fun stuff. So, okay, let's see how we make this. Okay. So the first thing you do is on the right side of the screen, you will see that there's a whole bunch of these shapes. So we have box, cylinder. These are gray for a reason we will go over later. Then we have a red box, orange cylinder, blue sphere. We have all these different shapes. So for a box, you can guess that we're going to start by dragging over the box. Make sure it's the red one, not the gray one. Okay, so now we have our red box. And when you click on it, you'll see that a whole bunch of these different dots show up. So let's go over what each of them does. So these 4 corner white dots, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, what they do is they will change the size of your box if you click and drag them. So if you click and drag the white dot, it is going to get bigger and get smaller. Now we also have these 4 black dots that are on the edge. So we have this one, this one, this one, and this one. And what these do is they change the size in only one direction. So if you remember when you clicked and drag on the white corner box, you could change the size however you want. But if you click and drag on a black one, it will only let you change the size in one direction. And that's useful for if you want to keep one direction the same, but you want to move the other way. So you could go like this, you could go like this, you could go like this. So these black dots are helpful for that. Yes. Okay. We also have this top white dot that's on the top of the box. And what it does is it makes the box taller and shorter. So if you want a really flat box, you could go like this. If you want a really long, tall box, you could go like this. So, yes, okay. Finally, we have this black triangle that looks like an arrow, this one. And if you click and drag that one, it actually moves the box up and down. And if you want to move it any other way, you can just click and drag on the box itself without clicking on a dot. So using all of these, we can change the size of the box however we want, and we can move it wherever we want. So if we want to move it down, we can go like, if we want to move it down, we can go like this. If we want to move it around, we can do this. We can change the size. We can make it taller, shorter. So we have all these different controls that are available to us. Something cool is that if any point you want to bring your model down to the floor, which is this blue big square, you can press the D key on your keyboard, and it will drop the box down and makes sure that it's stuck to the floor. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to change the size of this box, and we are going to make it 60 by 60 by 60. So we're going to click on the corner white dot, and I get two numbers here. So for me, these are 53 and 30, but they'll probably be different for you. So we're going to click where it says 53, and we're going to type in 60. Then we're going to click where it says 30, and we're going to also type in 60. Now, we also want to make the 60 tall. So if you remember, this top white dot is the one that controls the height. So we're going to click it, and then for me, it says 21. We're going to type in 60. Okay, give you guys a couple minutes to catch up with that.
Wait, how tall?
60, so everything is 60. So if you click on a corner white dot, it should be 60 and 60. And if you click the top white dot, it's also 60. So it'll make one big cube. Can I get a thumbs up when you guys are good with this? Nice, Patrick. We got a thumbs up. Nice. Nice, we're getting a couple of thumbs up. Okay. Does anybody have an issue with this? Like you're stuck? It's not working? Okay. Cool. Okay. So now this is good, but the issue is that there's no space here to put anything inside of it, right? I mean, if you try to 3D print this, which we'll be able to do it later, if you try to 3D print this, nothing's going to happen, right? Because there's no space to put it. It's just one big block. So we need to make a way and have the inside cut out so that there's space to put stuff inside of it. Yeah, Maggie. Go ahead. Yeah, you can follow along with this. You don't need to wait for me to finish a step before you. Yeah, you can just get started. Okay, so now the way we're going to do this is by something called a hole. And I'm going to show you first, and I'll show you guys how to do it. So if you see that a box has a gray and striped pattern to it, looks like this, it's a hole. So what happens is anywhere that the whole box touches the solid box is where it gets cut out. So you can see that I did something, it's called grouping, and we'll do that in a second. But you can see that wherever the gray box was touching is where it cut out. So we will use that concept to try to cut out of the top of the box. Okay. Now the first thing we have to do is we have to get a gray box. So when we picked over this red one here, we're now going to pick a gray one. And this one, we're going to change the size too. So this one was 60 by 60 by 60. We want it a little bit smaller. So we're going to make this one 50 by 50 by 50. So we're going to click on a corner. We're going to click where it says 20, type in 50. Then where it says 20, we're going to type in 50. And then click on the top white dot, click that, and type in 50. Cool. Okay. Now, we have to position this strategically, right? Because we saw that wherever it touched is where it would cut out. So the first thing we want to do is we want to move this box up. And remember, we do that using this black triangle here. Now, if we move it up too far, then when we move it over, it's not going to touch the red box at all. But if we don't move it far up enough, then the issue is that this is going to be get completely buried inside of this, and then you won't have a box at all. So what you want to do is you want to move this up just enough so that when you look at it from the side, this is peeking up. So I'm going to kind of exaggerate it. So you can see that the top of the gray box is peeking up out of the top of the red box, but there is still some of the gray box that's below. So it should be like kind of almost halfway kind of. So it should look something like this from the side. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to move the gray box into the red one. Now here's where you can check if you moved it up enough or not. Because if you moved it in too low, then it's going to disappear. If you didn't move it up, then it's not going to touch. So this is how you can check if you moved it the right amount. So it should look something like this. Now, the very important thing here is that there, somebody have a question?
Yeah. How high do I put it up?
Yeah, sure. So it's up to you how high you want to move it up. You just have to be careful of a couple of things. If it's too high, then it's not going to touch. And remember that wherever it touched is where it cut out of the red box. If you don't move it high enough, then it's just going to get buried inside, and it's just going to be a hollow box. There's not going to be an opening in the top. So you want to look for some kind of a sweet middle. If you want an exact measurement, when you move it up, you should see like there's a line and then an arrow and a line, and there should be a number attached next to that. So I'm going to put in 20. That works for me, but that is up to you. Just as long as a little bit is poking up. Does that help, Serena? Okay, okay. So now once you've moved it up, you're going to move the box until it's inside the red one. And it should look kind of like this. The important thing is to make sure that there is like a red border all the way around. Right, so you see red here, and then red here, and red here. So there should be red all around the edge. Uh-oh, did I? Okay. Yeah, so there should be red all the way across the edge here. Okay. Right. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do something that's called grouping. And what grouping is making it so that Tinkercad treats two objects as one object. Now, in the case of this gray box, which we call a hole, where the gray box and red box touch when you group them is where the gray box will cut. And that's why we wanted to make sure that the gray box was inside the red one. Now, the easy way to do that is to click on the gray box, and then you're going to hold on the Shift key on your keyboard, and then click the red box. And now here on the top right corner here, there is a button that's right next to the light bulb. So you have a light bulb, and there's a button right next to it with that looks like a square and a circle that came together. That's called the group button. So we're going to click that, and it should look like this. The gray box should disappear, and you should have something that looks like this. Okay, now, is anybody having trouble with this? Nice, Patrick, you got it. Okay. Please let me know. Is anybody having trouble? You guys got it. Here, I'll go over the last step once again. Oh, we got something in the chat. Okay, Maggie, do you have an issue? Yeah. Okay, here, I'm going to go over the last couple of steps again. Okay, so what we have to do is, once we've moved the box to a decent height, right, and it should look kind of like this, we're going to move the gray box to the inside. Okay. And once it is inside, it should look pretty much like this, because here's the important stuff, right? First, you see a little bit of the gray box poking up, right? Okay. And then the other thing is that you have a solid red border all the way around your gray box, because if you don't, and it looks kind of like this, where you only have a red border around 3 of them, you will make a chair instead. You will make something that looks like this. It'll be like a big, huge chair. But that's not what we're going for. We're going for a box. So make sure that when you move it, that there is a red border all the way around. Okay. So once you're there, you're going to click on the gray box. You're going to hold Shift and click on the red box. And what this is going to do is it's going to select both objects. And once you've selected both, you're going to click over here where it says group. It's right next to the light bulb, and it looks like a square and a circle came together. Okay. Is anybody having trouble? Because if so, then you can share your screen and I can see what's going on and I can help you. And feel free to ask it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself.
Like I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you like make words and then not fill it in inside it? Just like have like outline?
Like an outline of a word?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool idea. I think there should be a way to do that. Maybe towards the end, when we'll be making our keychain, I will help you with that, because that is a really cool idea. Yeah. For now, we're just making the box. But when we do our keychain, where you can customize it however you want, I will look into it and I will help you make that outline. That's a really cool idea, actually. Nice. Is anybody having trouble with the box? Because this is totally
I put the hole in,
new.
but after I put the hole in, and then it doesn't make like a cut of it.
Okay, do you want to share your screen and I can see what is going on? Stop share. Okay. If you want, you can share your screen and I can see what's going on. Okay. So, nice. That looks really good. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the gray box,
doesn't cut it.
Yeah, okay. So what you're going to do is first you're going to click on the gray box.
Okay.
Okay, did you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, could you zoom in a little bit then? Because I don't think it got clicked correctly. So remember, on your mouse, you have the scroll wheel, right? So you're going to go like this to zoom in. So could you zoom in a little bit? No, oh, too much. Okay, a little bit out. Okay, great. Okay, okay. So now click on the gray box, right? Now you're going to hold down on the shift key and don't let go of the shift key. You're going to click on the red box. No, careful. Yeah. Your view is fine. It's yeah, okay. So you're going to hold shift and click on the red box. Okay, I think you let go of shift because you're clicking the red box, but you are not selecting the gray box anymore. Okay, so hold down on the shift key, okay, and don't let go of it. So you're just going to keep pressing down on the shift key with one hand, and with your other hand, you're going to click on the gray box.
Well, it doesn't let you.
It doesn't let you. Okay, could you show me your mouse actually? Wait, is there something special about your mouse that it's doing something? That looks normal. Okay. School mouse. Okay. Okay, let's do something. Ready? So, okay, I want you to click outside. Like click yeah, there, that one. Just click. You can let go of the shift key. Sorry, forgot about that. Okay, yeah, just click outside. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to click once, so click and let go on the red box. Okay. Now, hold down on the shift key, don't let go of it, and click once, click and let go on the gray box. Sorry, on the gray box. Okay, I think you let go of shift. Okay, you're going to keep holding it down on the shift key and click on the red box. Don't let go of the shift key. Okay.
Wait, this is the shift.
No. Okay. I meant on your keyboard. On your keyboard, there's a button that should say shift.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that one. That would explain it. Okay. So you're going to click on the gray box. Okay, now you're going to hold the shift key on your keyboard and click on the red box. There you go. Nice job. Okay, now on the right side of the screen, you have that group button right next to the light bulb. You can let go of the shift key. Forgot about that. You can let go of that. Yep, click that. Great, there you go. Nice. Nice job. Okay, now, Maggie, you said you're having trouble with the gray box. Okay. Do you want to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Ready? It's a minimize. Now share screen.
Let's do this.
Okay. Share, hit share, share. Hit share. That one.
Okay, nice. Okay. Great. Okay. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change the size of your boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the red box. Nice. Now, good. That one's 60. Perfect. That's right. Okay. Now, if you look a little bit lower down, and on the corner, there are white dots. Do you see them? Yes. So you're going to click on that. Now, the one that says 33, you're going to type in 60.
Sure, but it moves.
No,
I-
you're okay. Whoops. Okay. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're just going to click on the corner dot. Just click it once. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now click where it says 72, where the number 7.
Stop. Stop.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to click where it says 64. Do you see where it says 64?
Yeah.
Oh, not anymore. Okay, click. Okay. Oh. Click there. Okay. Yeah, okay, so to make sure that those numbers stay, you're going to click on the corner white dot once. Just click it. Okay, now it should stay. Okay, now go where it says 64. Perfect. And you're going to type in 60. And press enter. Nope, that's 6,000. Too many. Okay, press enter. Nice. Okay, now you're going to do the same thing. Now 44. See where it says 44? No. Perfect. Nice. Okay, so you're going to type in 60. Nice. Perfect. Okay, now you're going to do the same thing with the gray box, except it's going to be 50 instead of 60. So click on it, right? And now you have your corner dot. Nope, that's the wrong one. That moved it. Okay. Okay, right, sure. That one, make. Okay, nice. Yeah, you can start with that. Okay. So click on one of, nice, perfect, exactly. Now where it says 20, you're going to type in 50, so 50. And the other 20 is also 50. Try again. Okay. Okay, now that top white dot, yes, that one, nice, click that. And you're going to type in 50. Perfect. Nice. Okay, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen and I'll show you how to continue with that. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, nice job. Okay.
Thank you.
So, sure, no problem. Okay. So it should look something like this, right? So you have your 60 box and you have your 50 box. Okay. Now what you want to do is if you see this black triangle up here, you're going to use that to click and drag it and move the box up. To move the box up. Now you are going to move it until this number down here. It says somewhere around 20 to 30. So it could be 20 or it could be 30. So somewhere in between here. Okay. So somewhere between 20 and 30. And it should kind of look like this. Now what you're going to do is you are going to click and drag the gray box into the red box. And it'll look something like this. Are you good with that?
I'm working on it.
Sure. Okay, and for everybody else, while we are catching up, what you can do is there's a whole bunch of different shapes on here. Some of them are really interesting, like the scribble tool. So what you can do is you can kind of play around with them, mess with the holes and see what kind of different shapes you can make while we're waiting.
It's half.
And then we will catch up.
No?
Okay. Maggie, how's it going? Does it look something like this?
No.
Okay, sure. Okay, why don't you share your screen again? I think it's because it's easier to help when I can see what you're doing. Okay, so what you did was you moved your gray box too far up. So what you're going to do is with that black triangle up top, maybe you'll have to zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that one. Move it down. Oh. Right, move it down, move it down, move it down, move it down. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, that works. Now you're going to try to do what you were doing before. Move the gray box into the red one. There we go, there we go, that works better now. Perfect, okay. So what you're going to do now is, yeah, you're going to hold down on the shift key on your keyboard and then click the red box. Perfect, nice. Now, if you move your mouse up and to the right a little bit, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, all the way. So there's a button on the top bar that right next to the light bulb. Do you see the light bulb? Yes, okay, to the right of that, right? Good. Nice, that one, click that one. Perfect. So you got the idea. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice.
Is the box
Sure, no problem.
supposed to be empty, like all the way to the bottom? Like there's a hole in the
You don't
bottom?
have to make it all the way. You don't have to make it all the way to the bottom. How that changes is based on how far up and down you move this. So. Okay.
Because it has
So-
a hole in the bottom right now.
Oh, it has a hole at the bottom? Okay. You probably moved it too far down then. So I would move it a little bit farther up. So you see that where you put the gray box makes a difference. So if I move it really high, what'll happen is my box is really shallow. It's more like a tray, right? But if I make my box too long and if I move it all the way down, then, oh, that didn't work. If I move my box all the way down, that still didn't work. Okay, if I move my box all the way down, then it'll have a hole at the bottom. It'll look like this. So how it changes is based on how far up and down you decide to move this. Let's see. So I have a box that looks like this, or I could have a really, really shallow box that looks like this. Right. So yeah, so how thick your box is and if it has a hole at the bottom depends on how far up and down you move this. Also, if you made this 50, I don't think you could poke a hole through it. Maybe you could actually. Yeah, I don't see how you could poke a hole through it. But regardless, if you move it up a little bit, that should fix the issue.
I think I got it now.
Okay, cool. So we made a box, right? Now,
I have a question.
yes.
Can you save up to this point?
Yeah, so Tinkercad automatically saves your stuff, so you don't have to worry about saving anything. So
Okay.
if you want, yeah, so if you want to start a new design, if you want to start fresh, you can click Tinkercad on the top left corner here. And
Okay.
then you can see here it says save new design. So you can click create new design and it will open up a blank screen for you, but your old one should still be here and you can kind of get a preview of what it's going to look like.
Okay.
So you can see we made like a Lego man, which we will in the next class. So it'll look like this kind of.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure, no problem. Okay, so now we have our box. I think what we are going to do is, okay, let's start on the keychain. So the keychain is going to look kind of like this. My sister made this one. So if you see, it's pretty simple actually. It's like a plate, then it has a ring on the end of it, so you can put a key ring in it, so it can hook onto your lanyard or your backpack. And then it has your name on it, and you can also decorate it with different things. Okay. So what I did was I deleted my box. You can keep it and start a new design, or you can get rid of it too, whichever you want. So if you click on it and then click the trash can icon, it'll delete it. Okay. So now from here on out, I'm showing you what I'm doing, but this is completely your decision now. So this is your design, and I'm going to be giving you some ideas of what I'm doing, but you absolutely don't have to follow along with what I'm doing. Feel free to do your own thing. Okay. So we're going to start by bringing out the box shape. Now this time we're not making a box, we're making it much flatter. So what we're going to do is we're going to click and drag this top white dot and drag it all the way down until that number says something like, I'm going to keep it at 4. Okay. Now, since my name is not one letter and it would not fit on a square, I need to stretch this out so it can fit my name. So I'm going to use this side black dot, and I'm going to use that to stretch it all the way out until I like where it is. Now, Tinkercad has a text shape, which we'll be using to type in our text, our name. But, and those letters are usually a little bit like too big this way. So I usually make this a little bit bigger this way. So this is what my name tag looks like right now. So I'm not giving exact measurements because this is dependent on everybody's, how long your name is, how you want to design it. If you want to have more room at the end for decorating, you can always just stretch this out a little bit longer and you'll be able to put your name and then have more room to decorate. Okay, so this is my name tag. Now, we also need a way to hook this onto a keyring. So what we are going to use is the cylinder shape. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring over a cylinder. It doesn't have to connect with this right now, but we're just going to bring over a cylinder. And now we are going to bring over a gray cylinder. So remember the gray cylinder was a hole? Okay, now when we made the box, we tried to make sure that it wasn't going to poke all the way through, right? Because we want our box to have a bottom to it. But with this thing, we're going to make a keyring, and we want it to have a hole all the way through. So what we're going to do is we are going to make this quite a bit taller. Again, it doesn't matter how much. So I'm going to make this 50. Now what we're going to do is we are going to move the gray cylinder until here. Now you see here, it's covering all the way, and that's not good. We want it to be a little bit smaller, right? Because right now, it's just going to delete the orange cylinder. It's not going to actually make a hole. So what we're going to do is, oh, we have a chat. No, I do not want to leave the meeting. Chat. Can we use the shape? Yeah, okay. So Tinkercad does have shapes here. So we have a torus shape and a tube shape. I'm trying to show you guys how to do it this way because it's a good skill to learn when you're using Tinkercad. But absolutely, if you want to use the torus shape, you can definitely do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the, yeah, you don't have to be sorry or anything, it's fine. Yeah, so I'm just showing you guys this because it's a good thing to learn. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this corner white dot, and we are going to make this smaller so that when we drag this over, it creates a ring. So remember how when we made the box, we wanted to have a red border all the way around? Well, same thing here. We want to have an orange border all the way around. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to group these. And what that's going to do is it's going to poke a hole all the way through. So we're going to click the gray box. Then we're going to hold down on the shift key and click the orange cylinder. So just like we did before, right? We click the gray box, hold down on the shift key, click the orange cylinder, and then we're going to click this button up here. That's the group button. Now we've created a ring shape, kind of. Looks like that. Now, obviously this is way too tall, right? Because our keychain is only this thick, but this is way too big. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down until it's the same height as the main keychain. So my keychain was 4, so I'm going to make the ring also 4. And we're going to move it into a place that we like. Now, just like before, it's important where you put things, right? If I put it all the way out here, it's not going to connect, because what 3D printing will do is it will literally take your shape. So if your shape shows the orange ring and the red name tag not connected, it's going to print non-connected. And then what you will have is a ring and a rectangle. They will not be connected. Now, if you move it all the way in, well, now there's no hole for the keyring to go in. So what you want to do is you want to put it at, well, you want to put it at, you want to put it at like a halfway point where it's still touching and it's still connected, but there is space for a keyring to go through. Okay, is everybody good up till this point? Nice, Patrick. What's up? Is anybody stuck?
Are we starting on our keychains?
Okay, I suspect that my audio is not working. Hold up. 1 second. Oh, it's working? No, I think I can't hear anybody. Can you guys hear what Serena said?
Yes, she said, are we starting on our
You
keychains?
hear? Okay. Well, I cannot.
Oh.
So, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the meeting and I will be right back. Okay. Sorry about this.
Serena, what was your question again?
Are we starting on our keychains?
You mean like doing like what he did? You want to put your name on it? What do you mean? He was showing you how to make the little ring, right? Did you do that part?
Not yet.
Okay, so I would start doing that part.
Okay.
He's gonna come right back in. How's everybody else doing?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you guys now.
Okay, good.
I heard somebody asked, this technically ends at 6:30, but we should be done before then. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go back to share my screen. Sorry about that. Okay, so we were here. Okay, I think somebody had a question. Serena, did you have a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
How high has the thing have to be?
As much as you want. I would be careful of making it too thin. So like if you made it something like 1, it would snap pretty easily. So you want to make sure that it's kind of thick, but also don't make it like 35, you know, because
Is 4 okay?
yeah, 4 is fine. 4 is fine. Perfect. Okay. Did anybody else have questions? Okay, Fiona. Sure, I will repeat the last step. You were here, right? Now, Fiona, did you get this far, or do you want me to go further back?
I got that far.
Okay. Whoa, that was okay. Okay. So, okay. So I think you said you got this far. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this down until it's 4, because we want everything to be flat, right? So now what you're going to do is you are going to move this in. Oh, 1 second. Jessica?
How much does the width need to be?
1 second. Maggie, no, if you're using the torus, it already has a hole in it. You don't need to worry about this. How wide does it need to be? So that depends on how you want to do it, because that depends on your name and how much room you want for decorating. So my name is not 1 letter, so it cannot fit that thin. So from doing this a lot of times, I found that this is a pretty good length for me. But what will happen is if you find that your name is too long for this, you can always stretch it out later. So it doesn't have to be right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So now what we have is we have our keyring here. Jessica,
Yeah.
could you make me post or something so I can record?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Because I
I forgot when you came back in.
Thank you. Okay. I think it's recording now. Yes, it is recording. Perfect. Okay. Now we move this, right? And if we move it too far in, then there's no space for the keyring to go. If we move it too far out, then it's not going to be connected, right? So what we want to do is we want to move it just to that kind of in the middle, so that there is space for a keyring, but you can also, but it's also connected. So now that we have this base thing starts, now you can pretty much do whatever you want with this. So I'm going to start by putting my name on it. So now what we have is we have text. So you can drag over text. So it's a shape, just like the box was and everything else here. Now, if you have a menu that looks like this, then am I showing my screen? Yes, I am. Okay. So if you have a menu that looks like this, then what you can do is you can click this arrow over here, and it will bring down this longer menu. And over here, where it says text, you can type in whatever you want. So I'm going to type in my name. And now my name is here. Now, you'll probably have to move things around a little bit. Okay. So you can see what I was saying, like the text is too kind of long almost. So I have to make this like this. Okay. Now my name is fitting on the keychain. Now, something you have to be careful of is that this stuff only prints in one color. So some people have very fancy printers that will print in different colors, but I think the printers that we'll be using only have one color at a time. So you can't have one model have different colors in it. So if you want something to stand out, then it has to be in a different color. If you try to make everything flat, then you won't be able to see any difference because it will all be in one color. So what you have to do is you have to make it pop out a little bit. Okay, so now that you have your name here, what you can do is you can start decorating. So something cool that I like to do is use the scribble tool. So if you go down to the list of shapes, there's a shape called scribble. and if you drag that in, you will be able to draw whatever you want. So I like Harry Potter, if you couldn't tell from my background. So we can draw, so I can draw whatever I want here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this, and if you guys like Harry Potter, you know this is the Deathly Hallows sign. So I'm not good at drawing on a computer. But once I've drawn it like this, I can click done. And now my shape is in Tinkercad. So I can make this taller, I can make this shorter, I can change this however I want. So I'm going to put this over here. So this is my design here. Now there's a lot of creative things you can do with this. One person in a class used this shape called a paraboloid. It's like a round cone, and they used it to make bunny ears. So they kind of like stuck it like this and put another one here. So it's kind of like bunny ears, so that looks cool. And then Tinkercad gives you stars and lots of different shapes here. So I think from now, for a couple of minutes, you guys can work on decorating this, and then towards the end of class, we'll go over how to send the files to the library, and you'll be able to get it printed. And I will show you guys how to export the file and how to send it. But for now, you guys can have a couple of minutes of just decorating. Okay. Now I know somebody asked about outline text, so I'm going to look into that. That's cool.
Does it really come in like one color?
Yes, so the printers have, each model is going to be one color. So I'm not sure what colors are available, but it's all going to be in one color. So you have to make sure that everything kind of pops out. If you want something to pop out, it has to physically pop out. So you could like feel the bumps and something. Because everything will be in.
So the colors are a mystery. I don't know what colors we have for the 3D printer. When I find out, I will let you know. But so far, I have no idea.
I think it may be white because last time it was white.
Okay, last time, did they have any other colors?
No.
Okay,
It's
so
white.
maybe it's white.
Can we make few of them?
Like, you mean you want to print a couple different ones?
Yeah.
I don't know, because these things kind of take a long time to print. So if you want to make a couple different designs, you can, but send me at least the number one you want to get printed.
Okay.
And then if we have extra time, we can print some extra ones.
I have a question about like after the printing.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it prints, you know the circle, you like the cylinder for the keychain.
Mm-hmm.
Is that part the one that connects with the rectangle? Is it gonna show?
Do you mean like the gray cylinder?
Yeah. When it connects with the red, is it gonna show?
Yeah. So
The
if you have a gray cylinder that you can actually see, so if it looks like this, it's not going to actually. That's interesting. I'm going to check on that. If you have a gray cylinder that's not grouped with anything, I am not sure. I will check on that in a second. But if you have it that looks like this, where that gray cylinder is not where that cylinder is grouped, it will look like this. So you just have this orange shape now. So it's
when it's can I share my screen?
yeah, sure.
Like I have this screen, but then is this part gonna show?
Oh, 1 second. It's still loading. 1 second.
Yeah, it keeps on doing that.
Okay, there we go. It's showing up now. Okay, what were you asking, sorry?
Like
Serena, are you asking if the
glitchy
like?
right now.
Are you asking if the half of the circle that's under your S is going to show? I think she's frozen. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, it always lags out when I share my screen.
Okay.
So we're asking
yeah,
if like
I got
if
the idea
this,
though.
yeah. Go ahead.
So were you asking if like the cylinders that you just had like you just had like these big cylinders over here. Were you asking if those would show up? Because those would definitely show up. So I would get the okay. Then you were asking like just a little bit like this part.
Yeah, that part.
Yes.
Is that gonna show?
Okay. So if that is at the same height as your base, as your base. So for example, this one is 4, and this one is also 4. Then no, this part won't show. But if it's peeking up a little bit like this, then yeah, it'll show up there. Your choice, whichever you think looks better. Yeah. So we will give you guys a couple minutes, and then if you want, you guys can share what your name tags look like, and we can.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, nice. Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah.
Do I have to change anything?
Okay, if you want, you can decorate it more. One thing I would make sure is that your torus on the left, the blue ring, is actually touching your red name tag. Because just from this angle, I can't exactly tell if it's touching. But if it is, then that looks great. I mean, you can keep decorating it if you want. But yeah, that looks good. Let's see.
Is it touching?
I'm not sure. I think so. Okay, one sec. I think I can access your design, and I will just look at it. Much easier. Yeah, if that's touching, then yeah, that looks fine. I would. Oh, hold up, wait. Your eye on Maggie, the dot on the eye is kind of poking out. So I would maybe make your name tag a little bit like long, not longer in the direction that Maggie goes, but longer in the like the height of the letter, so that the I's dot also fits on the name tag.
Okay,
Yeah. Other than that, it looks really nice. Nice.
thank you.
Sure.
I have a question about like the ring
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
If you like get the ring, how are you supposed to attach it?
Yeah. Okay. So if you have your ring, right? So if I just have this shape here, right? You don't have to do anything special to attach it, as long as you make sure it's touching with your rest
Like
of the name
after
tag.
it's
It should be fine.
after
Oh.
it's like printed and then it's like a keychain, how are you
Yeah.
like supposed to attach it to like other things?
Oh, like if you have a keyring that you so okay, so if you have a keyring that you put your ID on, or yeah, it's like yeah, it's just so you can just put a keyring on it. So you know how people keep their keys on a keyring? It'll like that. So do I have anything? I don't know if I have anything with me. Yeah, I don't think I have something with me that can show that. But yeah, so it's like you can use a hook. You can put it on a hook. So if you have like a magnet hook on your fridge, you could hook it onto that. You could attach it to your backpack. Basically, the way this works is that you have a ring here that you can attach it however you want, basically.
Maybe something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a little hook,
Yeah.
and it has like a
Right.
bending thing that opens it.
Yeah, that works.
Or a key
So you'll be
ring,
able
you pull it apart a little bit and then you attach it.
Yep, exactly.
Can I share my screen?
Yep. Let's see it. Ooh, nice. That looks really cool. Nice colors. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you can keep decorating it if you want, or yeah, that does look good.
So
should be good.
Aditya, does the design have to stay on the plane in order to be printed?
So that plane is just a guideline to make sure
Okay.
that your prints are not too big. But when you export it and send it to the librarian, the software that they use to print it, they can move it around however they want on the floor of the 3D printer. So I'll go over in a little bit about how the 3D printer actually works, because that's really interesting. But yeah, on Tinkercad, it doesn't matter if it goes off. That's fine. Your name is red. Oh. If the name is red over the red color, will you see the name? That is a really good question. Okay. Okay. So now here's the thing, right? So I have my name red over the red thing. And this is a good model because the whole thing will actually just be in one color when you actually print it. So the way you make sure that you can see stuff is by, oh, that's the wrong one, is by making sure that some of your objects pop out, as in they are a little bit taller than everything else. Or another cool thing you could do is you could make it pop in. So remember how when we made the box, we made, it became gray, right? It looked like this. Well, if you click on any shape, you can click this button here, right next to the red dot. So we have a dot here of whatever color the shape is. Then right next to it, there's a dot that's gray and striped. If you click that, it turns into a hole. Now you can do the same thing. You can click on the object, you can hold shift and click on your name tag, and then click the group button here. And now my name is actually carved into it. So that was a really good question of if you have two things that are the same color on top of each other, will you be able to see both? And the answer is that you have to make sure that it physically is different. Okay, 1 second. Okay, yeah. Does that help? give this maybe 5 or 10 more minutes. So I saw a lot of you guys just have like pyramids or something. That looks really cool. By all means, you can stretch this out a little bit further and put more designs on it. You can decorate it more. The scribble tool is really cool. For somebody who asked about the outline of the text, that was a really cool idea. I couldn't figure out how to do it. If you figure it out, let me know, because that's an interesting idea. But yeah, I will look more into that. That's a cool idea of trying to create outlines. Maybe it will be. Emma, I like how you made like a hexagon shape for your keyring. That looks really unique. It's cool. Oh, that's okay. So at 6 o'clock, we will go over how to make sure you rename your files and then send them to the library. So you guys have about 6 minutes or so. I will show you guys how to do it.
name tag? Can it be anything else? I just
Yeah, you can make whatever you want. Yeah, absolutely. So that's a lot of designs. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so I will show you guys how to export and email it, but if you want, you can work on this later too. That works fine too. You guys don't have to finish in a few minutes. Just you guys have really creative designs. It looks really nice. Maggie, I am not sure actually if you are in my classroom. Did you make your own account, or did you actually did you make your own account, or did you oh, you made your own account? That would explain it. Okay, let me see. Is it learn? Okay, let me see how you can join a class then.
On your dashboard, there should be something that says your classes. And I think if you just click on that, you can put the code in.
Okay, yes. And I will put the code in the chat again.
Aditya, can everybody else see everyone else's designs if they click on the class?
I'm not 100% sure. Why doesn't somebody try that?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put the code in the chat again. Okay. So you can copy paste that in. Okay, yeah. I didn't think that they would be able to.
Okay.
Okay. If you guys want to share your designs, you can. Nice, Maggie. Okay. If you guys want to share your designs, you could do that. You could share your screen. I'm not sharing it right now. If you guys want to take turns and share your design. Yeah, I've seen your designs. They look really good. Okay. Just one thing to make sure of, when you send your files over, make sure you delete stuff that you don't want to print. Because like a lot of you guys still have your boxes and cylinders stuff in the background, and we don't want to have that printed too, because that would be kind of a waste of filament, unless you want to print. In which case, I think you have to talk to the library. Okay. Okay. So I am going to show you guys how to send your files over. So I'm going to share my screen. Yes, exactly. Okay, hold up. Before you send it, you have to make sure you change the name of the file, because I think they would have trouble identifying you if the file name was powerful memu. So what you're going to do is on the left-hand corner of the screen, Tinkercad gives you silly names. So you're going to click that. And what you're going to do is you're going to type in your name. So mine is Aditya. And then you're going to type in the date. So you're going to put dash and then whatever the date is. Today is the 3rd, so 12/3. Was there any other information, Jessica, you wanted in the file name? Or is that good?
No, I think that's good. When you send us an email, you know, you're going to put your name in the email, and we'll email you back when it's ready to be picked up.
Okay. So once you're happy with your design and you've changed your name, that's really important. Please change your name. It becomes really difficult if you don't. Okay. So you're going to look on the right side of the screen here, right next to where like the group buttons were. You're going to see a button that says export. Make sure you click export and not import, because if you click import, it's not going to work. So click export, and then there's a button that says .stl. So you're going to click that. And now it will automatically download it for you. Now this is different on every computer. So my computer automatically downloads it to a downloads folder. Some computers, it might ask you where you want to save it. So that's different. And then what you're going to do is you're going to email your file to the email ID that I think Jessica put in the chat, right? I think, yes, yeah. So, yes.
What do we press?
So you're going to click export over here. Then you're going to click .stl. And it will automatically download. And from there, if you're having trouble emailing, I think you could ask your parents. I think your parents would be able to help you with sending an email to the library. Yeah, where it saves is kind of different on every computer, unfortunately.
And we'll be printing your designs, but I think most likely you won't be able to pick them all up until after the 3rd class. So, you know, we'll print them as we go along, but we'll wait to let everyone pick them up until after we're done with all the classes.
Sorry.
What was that?
I think
Somebody's in the
needs to
same
either mute their
room.
mic or speaker. Yep.
Sorry, but can you repeat that one more time?
About when you can pick them up?
No, how to download it because mine doesn't have like the STL thing. I don't know.
So you're going to click export, right? And then you're going to click .stl. I think this is Tinkercad. I think it should have a button that says .stl. It'll look like this.
Mine doesn't have it.
What are the options?
It's either download, it says copy link to design page, or send to my printer.
Can you share your
Can
screen?
you, yeah.
I'm actually like on a different device. I'm like
Oh, I see. Okay.
calling on a phone,
Okay,
and then I'm working on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Huh. This
So
is
you don't have an
interesting
export button
because-
at all?
I have the export button, but I just don't have like, it says either send to your printer or copy the link to the design page.
Um.
Why don't you just
So you
save it
click
for
on-
now? And then
Yeah.
we'll look into potential,
Okay,
workarounds.
I have an idea. What's your name on Tinkercad? I can download it and send it to the library for you if you want.
It's Jamie.
Okay. Did you rename your file with your name?
Jamie, Jamie.
Yeah. Okay. So I have one name tag that says Amazing Kieran. So is that it?
Yeah, I think so. That's the name it gave me.
Okay. So just make sure you rename it to something. Jamie. What is it?
What do we do again to send it to the library?
So okay. Did you download the file?
How do we do that?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. So I will do this with this as an example. Nice pattern. Okay. Let's see, is this working? Okay. Jamie, this is yours, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the button up here that says export. Okay.
Yeah.
And now there's a button here that says .stl.
Yeah.
You're going to click that. And so now you've downloaded the file. Now okay, now you have to email it to a youth services email that Jessica put in the chat. And if you're having trouble with actually sending the email, I would ask your parents because they should be able to help you with actually printing. I'm sorry, with actually emailing it to the library. So it's youth services. Yes, Maggie, sure. 1 second. Let me stop sharing. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
When I download.
When I download, wow.
Wrong one. Oops. Okay, so you're going to click .stl. Yep. Perfect. So it's down there in the bottom left corner. Now
When
I'm
I
not
open
sure-
it,
Yeah, don't worry about opening it because everybody doesn't have the software on their computer to open the STL files. So don't worry if it doesn't open correctly or if it gives an error when you're trying to open. I know that happened to somebody once where they tried to open it and it did not work. Yeah, don't worry about if opening it doesn't work. Don't worry about that. Just email the file to the library.
how do you email the file to the library?
So you can just open your email and then click attach and attach that file. Who is Kinga? Kryl. Who's that? Anybody? Okay, well, I got an email from you and it doesn't look like, it looks like you emailed it from Tinkercad. You didn't send me an attachment.
Yeah.
But I
make
also
sure
got
you
an
send the
email.
attachment, not the link.
Yeah, I
Is it
also
the same
got an
thing as
email from Randy and Sarah. So good job, guys.
So, Patrick, you asked, is it the same thing as pasting the link? No, it's
No.
not, because I've had issues before where opening the link gave me an error from Tinkercad saying that file doesn't exist anymore. So I would not send the link. I don't think it works very well. So I would download the file and then attach the file to the email.
Yeah, and if we get any that we can't, that don't have the attachment or we can't open, we'll email you back and tell you the same instructions.
Jessica, I just sent Jamie's file over.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. That was odd. That hasn't happened before. That's strange. Okay. Okay. Is anybody else having issues?
And remember, you guys can keep
We have
working
to
on
send
this.
it in today.
No, that's what I was just gonna say. You can keep working on this, and
Yeah,
if you have
absolutely.
questions next week, you can ask your questions next week. And in between, you can email them to us, you know, whenever you're ready. Okay? Cool. Should we wrap up, guys?
Yeah. I
So
think we are
how
just
many
about.
times do we do this?
3.
3
So
times.
2 more. So next Thursday and 1 more Thursday after that.
Oh, okay.
So in the next class we make a Lego guy, and then in the last class we make a snowflake, and we actually use coding to make that. So we'll be learning about basic coding. So I know a couple of you guys are from Girls Who Code, and so it's kind of like Scratch. So we'll be using coding skills to make a snowflake. It'll be fun.
Okay.
All right, guys. I may see some of you in a little bit at the magic show at 7 o'clock, right?
If I'm going.
All right. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good
That's
dinner.
6:30.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming. Hope you had fun.
Wait, so we can send in anything we want? Just one thing, okay?
Yeah, but Emma, if you send me some huge file that's gonna take 30 years to print, I'm not gonna print it, okay? But we can talk about it.
It's 49 inches.
I just sent you the email.
Okay, thanks, Serena. All right,
This is okay. I'll share my screen and share.
sure.
Because I think that
That was cool.
Oh,
I'm not done yet.
oh wait, put it back. We didn't get to see it.
We see your email.
Yeah, show us your Tinkercad, not your email.
This?
Click on your Tinkercad tab. No.
Let me try changing.
Okay, well, just make sure whatever you want printed, oh, okay, yeah.
There it is. Nice. That looks cool.
So, but do you want these 2 little boxes that are not connected to be printed too?
No, I'm still gonna work on this
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but is this
Aditya, is there a thing that they can see that tells them how long it takes to print?
There's some like special software
Okay, all right, never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be a little bit too much of a hassle.
Okay,
Their thing though would be like what 50 millimeters though wide.
Okay.
The current thing she has right now.
yeah,
So
50.
that's not too bad. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
okay. Well, yeah, so just work on it, Emma, and if it's something crazy, I'll let you know. I see you all the time.
Actually, can I send you the thing again?
Sure.
Because I made a little adjustment.
Okay, no problem. I'll take whatever one you tell me to print.
It's gonna be the one that I send it in like a minute.
Okay, why don't you put in the subject line, print this one. Okay.
Oh, I need to get in my other account.
Okay, ladies, I think we're gonna end the Zoom call, but I'll see you if you're coming to the magic show at 7, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm coming.
Okay, see
All
ya.
right, make sure you eat some dinner. Bye.
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 Dinner.
All right, see you later, Emma.
Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording.